right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Wednesday, December 14th, 2022. Had a pretty good night last night on my picks. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by my dad, Tony Gonzalez. How's it going, Dad?
Oh, going pretty good. I did pretty good on my picks too. I was 6-3, but I also hit a NHL hockey parlay. I was 3-0.
I was 5-2 on my picks. Yeah, 5-2. I was 3-1 in the NBA and 2-1 in college basketball.
I was 1-2 NBA, 3-0 in NHL, and 2-1 in college. And the one college I lost went to overtime.
3-0 in NHL and 2-1.
All right. Don't have a real big slate of games tonight, but got some NBA, basically just NBA, some college basketball, and hockey.
There's only 3 hockey games today.
We got big NFL game tomorrow night, and then NFL Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
College football, the bowl games are getting ready to start. Some of the bowl games are getting ready to start.
What, about the 16th, I think, or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's Friday. Yeah,
Saturday.
Friday. All right. NBA. We'll start in the NBA. Let me find my stuff here. You have the Detroit Pistons at the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets are 4-point favorites at home, -178 on the money line. Pistons are +148 on the money line. Over-unders at 229.5. The Hornets, from what I've been seeing today, it looks like LaMelo Ball is going to make his return tonight for the Hornets. So that should help the Hornets if he's healthy. I like the Hornets here over the Pistons. I like the Hornets at the -4. Next game is the Golden State Warriors at the Indiana Pacers. Give me 1 second. The Pacers are 2-point favorites at home, -134 on the money line. The Warriors are +114 on the money line. Over-unders at 235. I like the Pacers here on the money line. Warriors have not been playing good at all on the road. They struggle on the road. Andrew Wiggins is out tonight for the Warriors. No Klay Thompson tonight for the Warriors. So a combination of them two guys being out, that puts a lot on Steph Curry's plate. And going against the Indiana team that can score at home, where the Warriors are struggling on the road. So I like the Pacers on the money line. Warriors are 2-3 over their last 5 games. Pacers are also 2-3 over the last 5 games. I also like the over the 235 in that game as well. Both the teams have the ability to score a lot of points. All right. Next game is the Atlanta Hawks at the Orlando Magic. The Hawks are 2.5-point favorites, -138 on the money line. The Magic are +118 on the money line. Over-unders at 225 for this game. The Atlanta Hawks are 1-4 over the last 5 games. The Orlando Magic are 3-2. I think the Hawks are the better team, but the Hawks have been struggling here as of late. But the Magic are a young team, have not been consistent. I like the Hawks here to get back on their winning ways. I like the Hawks on at the money line. Sacramento Kings at the Toronto Raptors is the next game. The Raptors are 5-point favorites at home, -200 on the money line. The Kings are +168 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 232.5. This is going to be I think it's going to be a real close game. This isn't a game I'm going to give out as one of my picks of the day, but I favor the Kings at the +5. Kings have been playing good basketball this year. Both these teams really don't have a big superstar, but they have a pretty good group of role players. I think it's going to be a real close game. I favor the Raptors a little bit because they're at home, but I think it's going to be close. So I like the Kings at the +5. Next game is the New York Knicks at the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are 4.5-point favorites at home, -188 on the money line. The Knicks are +158 on the money line. Over-unders at 226. The New York Knicks are 4-1 over their last 5 games. Knicks have been playing pretty decent most of the season. The Bulls have been up and down. Bulls are 2-3 over their last 5. Bulls are at home, but I like the Knicks here at the plus 4.5 against the Chicago Bulls. That's went up to 4.5. That was at 4. That was at 4 earlier today. So it's moving even more toward the Bulls. So a lot of money must be coming in on the Bulls. Have the Portland Trailblazers against the San Antonio Spurs. Portland is 7-5, or Portland is 7-5. Portland is a 7.5 point favorite on the road, minus 320 on the money line. The Spurs are plus 260 on the money line. Over unders at 230.5. I like Portland here on the road. 7.5 points is too many points over for me to lay. If I was going to do anything on this, I'd go with the Spurs at the plus 7.5. Then we have the Miami Heat at the OKC Thunder. The Heat are 2.5 point favorites, minus 142 on the money line. Thunder are plus 120 on the money line. Over unders at 223. I like the Miami Heat here at the minus 2.5. Is what I'd favor in this game. The Heat have the better team. Next game, I think it's going to be has the potential maybe be the best game of the night. You have the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks are 2.5 point favorites at home, minus 134 on the money line. Cleveland is plus 114 on the money line. Over unders at 216. The Cavs are 2-3 over their last 5. The Mavs are 3-2 over their last 5. I like the Mavs at home at the minus 134 on the money line. What just happened here? Oh my goodness. Sorry, phone not working. All right, next game, the the Washington Wizards at the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets are 11.5 point favorites, minus 620 on the money line. The Wizards are plus 460 on the money line. Over unders at 223. I like the Nuggets here to win this game. 11.5 points, those too many points for me to lay. Nuggets are the better basketball team. I think they win this game. Wouldn't surprise me if they do cover. But in the regular season, 11.5 points is just too many. And then you have the last game of the night, the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers are 6.5 point favorites, minus 255 on the money line. The T-Wolves are plus 210 on the money line. Over-unders at 222.5. I like the Clippers here at the minus 6.5 over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Clippers are the better team. Only thing you have to worry about a little bit with the Clippers is you never know who's playing and who's sitting out. Never know what Kawhi Leonard's doing, but I favor the Clippers at the minus 6.5. All right, that's all the NBA games. My NBA picks for today, my best picks for today for NBA, I'm gonna go with the Pacers on the money line, and I like the over to 235. Atlanta Hawks money line, New York Knicks plus 4.5. Dallas Mavericks money line, and I like the Charlotte Hornets minus 4 against the Detroit Pistons.
Okay, I got an NBA parlay. I'm going a little different than you. I got Atlanta at the Orlando Magic. I'm going to take the Orlando win money line, the Magic. The Golden State and Pacers game, I'm going to take the over 235, and the Knicks win money line at the Bulls.
So you're just opposite on me on one game. All right, college basketball. That's again a night that there really ain't hardly any of the bigger name schools playing.
No, not really.
Game I do like, I like UCF against Ole Miss. Ole Miss is 6.5 point favorites. I like Ole Miss in that game. Then I also like UCLA and Maryland. I like Maryland on the money line in that game at home. This could be the best game of the night. You have number 16 UCLA at number 20 Maryland. Maryland's a 1.5 point favorite, but I like Maryland on the money line at home. And then I like Stephen F. Austin against Louisiana Tech. And I like Louisiana Tech at the -4.5. Them are the three college games I like tonight. I'm not gonna go through all the college games because there's a bunch of them. But like I said, most of them are some of the smaller schools yet. But what I like Maryland money line against UCLA, Ole Miss -6.5 against UCF, and Louisiana Tech -4.5 against Stephen F. Austin.
I've got a college basketball parlay. I got Eastern Kentucky at Northern Kentucky. I'm taking Northern Kentucky -7. I got Stephen F. Austin at Louisiana Tech. I'm taking Louisiana Tech -4.5. And I got DePaul at Duquesne. I'm taking Duquesne -3.
All right, you have
Yep, I got a hockey. Hopefully I can hit again. I hit yesterday. I got the Montreal Canadiens win money line at the Ottawa Senators. I've got the Detroit Red Wings at the Minnesota Wild. I got the Wild win money line. And I've got the Vancouver Canucks win money line at the Calgary Flames.
all right. That's pretty much all the games for today.
You think LaMelo coming back for Charlotte will make a big difference?
It'll help him because of his scoring. Plus, he can facilitate the ball pretty good. So I don't know how big of a difference it's going to make, but it'll make a difference because, I mean, he's one of their leading scorers when he's out there. He's missed the last 11 games with an ankle injury, and they're talking. He's been upgraded to questionable for tonight. And from what I've been hearing throughout the day today, they think that he'll play tonight. I wouldn't rush him back though. Ankle injury. If you rush back, a lot of times you can just re-aggravate it, and then it turns into a nagging injury that you're dealing with most of the season. Yeah. Thursday night football tomorrow. 49ers at the Seahawks. 49ers are 3.5 point favorites, -180 on the money line right now. Seahawks are +152. Over-unders at 43.5. I like the 49ers in this game. I know they're starting a young quarterback. He looked great on Sunday. That's one game, so I mean you can't get too excited there. But I just like that 49ers defense against the Seattle offense. I think they're going to give the Seattle offense a lot of trouble. And I mean, basically that young quarterback Purdy, all he has to do is just manage the game. Don't make the big mistakes. And I think they'll have 49ers are going to be right there with a good chance of winning.
He does have a slight injury. Nothing I think real bad, but hopefully he can stay healthy. I was going to ask you about the NBA real quick. I was going to ask you, what do you think about the Pelicans basically being tied for first with the Grizzlies, 18-9? You pretty shocked?
No, I'm not real shocked. I thought the Pelicans would be in the top 5. At the beginning of the season, I said they'd finish in the top 5 in the West. But what I am surprised at is that the Warriors have the same record as the Indiana Pacers, 14-14. That surprises me a lot. I really thought the Warriors was. I thought they'd be a little better this year than they were last year. It's still early, so there's still time for them to get going. But
yeah, I mean they're 14-14, but
I thought the Grizzlies would be in the top 5, and I thought the Pelicans would be in the top 5. And the reason I thought the Pelicans would be in the top 5 in the West this year was because last year at the end of the season, after they got McCollum over there, even without Zion, they took Phoenix Suns to 6 games last year. So they showed flashes last year of what they could be, and you get a healthy Zion back. And right now, Brandon Ingram is sitting out. You got Zion and McCollum. McCollum's really helped out there. But yeah, I thought that they'd be in the top 5, and the Grizzlies would be in the top 5. The team that's missing out there right now is the Warriors. I thought would be there.
Yeah, the Warriors are in 10th position right now, but they're only 4.5 games out of first, and only 2 games out of 4th. So I mean, they're not
terrible.
It's really they're really bound. I mean, you got 18-9, 18-9, then you go 16-12, and then it's on down to.
But if you told me that
Oh,
on December 14th that the Warriors were going to be 14-14 and the Pacers were going to be 14-14. I wouldn't believe you at all. Because for the Warriors, I thought would have a better record, and honestly, with the Pacers, I didn't know what to expect. With with basically a new group of guys. But the Pacers, to me, are ahead of schedule some. So
yeah, they played real well the last 10. They're 3-7. Of course, they went on the road. Their schedule got tougher. Hopefully, they can get back up there in the 8th position right now with a 14-14 record. I don't think it's a big surprise. The Celtics first with 22-7, and Bucks 20-7. Both of them right up there. I don't think that's a surprise. Are you surprised the Cavaliers being third, 17-11?
Not a big surprise after they got Donovan Mitchell. I thought they'd be up around the top 5 or 6 in the East once they got Donovan Mitchell.
I'll tell you the team that surprised me a little bit, the Nets. Not that they don't have talent, but with all the problems that they have, seem like they're kind of straightening it out a little bit. They're 17-12, 4th position.
Yeah.
I mean, seem like they're coming together now. Whether that stays together.
Yeah, the Nets have surprised me some with the way things have started out.
The Knicks are doing pretty well, 14-13.
So I said Knicks haven't been playing bad. 76ers, I just don't believe in that team. They can't stay healthy, and then when they are healthy, it seems like there's always something going on.
Thought the Bulls would be doing a little better, but then again, they've had some injury problems. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, they've had Lonzo Ball being out. Yeah, I thought the Bulls would be better myself, but they've struggled. That's why I took the Knicks tonight.
I know the Suns haven't been playing out very well. They've had some injury problems. Paul's back, but now the other guy, one of the men got Booker's is out right now. So, do you believe in the Grizzlies?
Yeah, they gave the Warriors trouble last year in the playoffs in that series, and honestly, if Ja Morant don't get hurt, who knows what happens in that series? I think the Warriors still win that series, but I think that series could have went a little longer than what it did. Because if Ja Morant would have been still, but they got a great young core of guys over there.
Do you think either one of them teams could make it to the NBA Finals, Pelicans and Grizzlies?
Yeah, I do. I think especially the way the teams have looked so far this year. Yeah, I think a healthy Pelicans team, I think, is real dangerous. With McCollum, Ingram, and Zion. I mean, that's a lot of players. The next line, Knicks are 4.5 point underdogs. Hold on, I'll tell you what they are on the money line. They're 4.5 point dogs. Let's see. On the money line, this is on FanDuel Sportsbook. They Knicks are plus 158 on the money line. I like the Knicks as well in this game. All right, before we get out of here, I'll go ahead and go back over my picks of the day. NBA, I like the Pacers money line against the Warriors, the Atlanta Hawks money line against the Orlando Magic. I like the Knicks plus 4.5 against the Bulls, and I like the Dallas Mavericks money line against the Cavs, and then I like the Charlotte Hornets -4 against the Detroit Pistons. In college basketball tonight, I like Maryland on the money line against UCLA, Ole Miss -6.5 against UCF, and Louisiana Tech -4.5 against Stephen F. Austin. Did you want to go back over yours real quick?
Yeah, NBA, I had Atlanta at Orlando. I'll take Orlando money line win. Golden State and the Pacers, I took over the 235, and I got the next win money line at the Bulls. My college basketball for tonight, I've got Eastern Kentucky at Northern Kentucky. I've got Northern Kentucky -7. I got Stephen F. Austin at Louisiana Tech. I've got Louisiana Tech -4.5. And I got DePaul at Duquesne. I've got Duquesne -3. And then my NHL parlay for tonight, I've got the Montreal Canadiens win money line at the Ottawa Senators. I've got the Detroit Red Wings at the Minnesota Wild. I'll take the Wild win money line, and I've got the Vancouver Canucks winning money line at the Calgary Flames.
All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Don't forget, we'll be live later tonight with Gonzo and the Judge Sports Talk at 11. Also, this weekend, On Sunday, we'll be live from Greenfield, Indiana, Danville, Indiana for Warrior Pro Wrestling. And then on Saturday, we'll also be at a wrestling event, but I don't think we'll be able to air that one live. So we'll air that at a later date. And then that's our big things for this weekend. We got Big Thunder Blunder on Saturday in Indianapolis, Indiana, Emerson Theater. If you're in the area, go check it out. Should be an awesome wrestling show. And then, like I said, I don't think we're going to be able to go live there, but we will record and then air it. But then on Sunday, we will be live from Warrior Pro Wrestling at 3 p.m. Eastern. And that should be another real good show like normal. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. Like and follow on Facebook and Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. We greatly appreciate it. You can find us at Gonzo Sports Room on all social media or at Chris D. Gonzalez. Also, do the same for the All Sports All Plays Network. We appreciate everybody watching. We will see you guys tomorrow right around 3:30 with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show.